Hey, did you hear about our next stop? It's a world called Penacony. I hear it's a beautiful, dreamy place. I'm so excited. But Pom-Pom said the banquet we were invited to is still a little ways off. What can I do to pass the time?
Good question.
Huh? Is that my phone? Must be the group chat.
Group chat? Oh, funny! Branya, we just pulled Branya and Branya's here. How this always works out, right? You read this message, Express Crew? Hey, Branya. Yeah, I see it. It's been a while, Branya. Branya, we're missing you so much. Great, I was worried you couldn't receive my messages. I know you're busy, so I'll keep it short. Recently, I've been working on preparing the Soulworm Festival, a traditional Billabugian festival. The standards for celebration of this festival have been suspended for this year due to the fragmentum and the lockdown, and Billabugians right now are a heated celebration to lift their spirits. So if you have time, I'd like you to invite Soulworm Festival and witness we've achieved so far in reviving Billabog. Sure thing! I'll come for sure. Me too, festivals and celebrations are right up my alley. It'd be great if you could come, everyone has been missing you. Has Dan Hung been busy these days? He hasn't sent any messages in group chat. He's holed up in his room recently. I guess he's turned off all his devices. We'll check on him for you. Thank you, March. I'm looking forward to seeing you all at the Soulworm Festival. Roses.
That Dan Hung. He can't just ignore Branya. Let's go to his room and talk to him.
Yeah, let's give him a piece of our mind. Hey, welcome in. Harvestal is all mine. I feel slightly relieved and slightly sad that I couldn't watch your playthrough. But thank you for letting me know.
Dan Hung, Branya just sent all of us a message. Did you see it yet?
Yes, I saw it.
Then why didn't you reply? Branya's a good friend of ours.
I'm sorry. I'm just not in the mood for idle chat. There's been a lot weighing on my mind since the Luofu. It was tough on the spirit.
Dan Hung. I'm the one who should be sorry. I was being too pushy. You're right. You went through a lot on this Yanzhou. Take all the time you need.
Why not come with us for a change in scenery? You can stay on the express and get some rest.
Thank you for understanding. It's great that Billabog is able to host a celebration. I hope your trip goes well. Say hi to our friends for me.
Okay. Rest up. You're not allowed to miss the next Trailblaze expedition.
I'll be there next time.
He won't budge, huh? Looks like it's just the two of us then.
Man.
Pity. He's gonna miss out. We never get the chance to go on a stress-free adventure.
He's been through a lot lately.
I know, but it's still a shame, don't you think? If only Himeko could come with us.
Oh, let's take her. Mr. Yang.
Maybe not. He's still wheezing from the trouble.
He's wheezing from the trouble.
You didn't notice?
He's wheezing.
At his age, he might not appreciate the extra excitement. Why don't we go ask Himeko to tag along? She might be up for an adventure.
Dude, is Himeko coming with us?
You've been on the express
I'm gonna lose
for a
it.
while now, but you've never gone on a trip with Himeko before, right? Well, now's your chance.
Himeko! Himeko! Himeko, please! Himeko almighty.
Hey, March. That's a big smile on your face. What's the good news?
Himeko, there There's a celebration coming up on Eurillo 6, organized by the Supreme Guardian, and we're invited to go take in the sights and sounds. Don Hung won't be going anywhere for a while. He's still resting up, so wanna come with us? I mean, considering how you helped us out with Cocolia, I'm sure Bronya would be happy to see you.
Ah, so that explains the grin. You're excited about the celebration. Thanks for the invite, but...
No! Lies!
Send my regards to the Supreme.
No lies, Himiko.
Make the most of the festivities. You've earned it. You two and Don Hung did help save Eurillo 6 after all. I'll be sure to join you guys next time.
Navigators really do have their plates full, huh? Seems like it's just you and me this time. Let me go pack some stuff for the trip first. Come and find me when you're ready to set off.
Man, damn it, Himiko. Come on. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay.
About my new dress? Pretty neat, right?
He's like very fancy.
It's been sitting in my wardrobe collecting dust for far too long, but now I finally got the chance to wear it. This kind of event doesn't come around every day. Why shouldn't I dress for the occasion? You're not really gonna wear that same old outfit. Let's just pretend I never said anything. As long as one of us is making an effort.
Dang, that's savage.
Pajamas, hot water bottle, pom-pom doll. That should be everything. Let's go. Wow, that was fast. Don't you have anything you want to bring with you?
Why are you bringing Pom Pom's doll?
Well, I thought since Pom-Pom can't leave the Express, bringing a doll with us is kind of
Aww.
like taking the trailblazing.
Heck yeah. That's a
I
little
was
adorable.
just taking a look at Mr. Yang's records, and it seems like Eurillo 6's average temperature has warmed up quite a bit. It's much warmer than it was on our first trip there. I wouldn't call it livable just yet, but things are looking up. I'm so happy for Bronya and Zila. Ready to go? Bellabog, here we come!
Oh!
Gallopon. 700 years. It's never too late to pick up the tab.
Oh no, because it's unfrozen, right?
Ugh, brr! How do people living in all this snow celebrate anything? Oh, one thing's for sure, though. Where there's a celebration, there's bound to be food, right? Come on, Bellabog. Oh, wait a sec. That person over there. That doesn't look like a Silvermane Guard uniform. All in black. Surely they're not IPC on this world? Am I going crazy?
What an ugly uniform.
You think so? I actually think it's pretty snazzy. Anyway, that's besides the point. The point is, what are the IPC doing here on Eurillo 6?
Because it's the IPC, that's why it's ugly.
There's only one way to find out. Let's go ask. I've always found IPC staff easy to talk to.
Yeah, okay. Get us in trouble.
Hi, do you work for the Interastral Peace Corporation? Or are you just dressing fancy today?
Boss, encounter with 2 unknowns. Want me to take them out? Over.
See, IPC uniforms are ugly.
Out?
To dinner, March.
Take them out? Just hang tight for a second.
on my way. Don't do anything stupid. Glad to make your acquaintance. I'm Topaz, an investment expert from the Interastral Peace Corporation. I'm here on Eurilla 6 for a special business assignment. You'll have to forgive my colleague here. People skills aren't his strong suit. Please don't take it to heart.
Phew! You scared the life out of me! We're here for the celebrations. We're not looking for more conflicts. Oh, right. We should probably introduce ourselves. I'm March 7th, a passenger of the Astral Express. You may have heard of it? And this is my friend and fellow passenger.
No kidding. I could tell you weren't locals from a mile away, but I didn't expect to run into two nameless here. Fate is such a curious thing. I heard that Eurilla 6 only stepped out of the Stellaron's shadow thanks to the direct intervention of the Trailblazers. Surely, you two aren't...
That's us. This is your... the honor is yours. May have helped out a little bit.
So humble all of a sudden, huh? Are you feeling all right? Should I call a doctor?
Natasha, please.
I never imagined I'd run into living legends here. Must be your lucky day, huh, Numby?
Wow, Miss Topaz. You're really young for an IPC executive. That's impressive.
More good luck, I suppose. But it's not as cushy as you think. Scurrying from one side of the galaxy to the other. Going wherever businesses require me to be.
Huh. Your job sounds pretty similar to the express cruise. Aside from the business, I guess. Oh, Branya moves fast. The crisis is only just over and she's already opened talks with the IPC.
These talks aren't exactly what you might expect, but I have to agree. The Supreme Guardian definitely knows how to govern a city. And that's the reason I'm here on Eurilla 6, to meet with her. Miss March, you said you were on your way to Belobog festivities, right? My apologies for delaying you both.
Don't be sorry. It's not like we're in a rush. Wanna come to the city with us? The snow plains are freezing, and it's easier than you think to get lost out here.
Thanks for the concern, but I'll manage. It's my first time on this world. I'd like to take it in its vast, iconic snowscape for just a little longer. Who knows? Maybe we'll cross paths again during the celebrations. Oh, here's my contact information. I don't usually respond during work hours, but I'd be happy to chat off the clock.
Wow, I actually managed to get an IPC executive's phone number.
When was she ever gonna... She's gonna try. When was she ever gonna try? Teach me how to get rich. I'm in charge of a project with 8 billion credits, by the way. Teach me how to get rich.
Me too.
You two make a cute pair. Anyway, I'd better be on my way. See you next time.
If we just kill the trotter...
This is huge. Yet we somehow stumbled onto the same path. Fate truly works in mysterious ways, don't you think? Come on, let's head into the city.
Where's Costco kiosk?
Wow, there are people everywhere. Are you sure we're in Belobog? And now to check out the main event, the food. Come on, keep up. Is that Kayla? Looks like she's teaching the kids again.
Next, I'll be introducing the history of the museum. Everyone listen carefully, okay?
We built that.
Belobog
Start
History
pointing
and
to herself,
Culture
interrupt her.
was founded 600 years
No one
ago.
likes you, Pela.
It was
It's
originally
okay.
built to memorialize Supreme Guardian Alyssa.
so hungry. I wish I could have a red sunset salmon right now.
It was built to memorialize Supreme Guardian Alyssa Rand, and also... Guess what? I heard there's gonna be a Silvermane
Yes,
adventure
children.
chain opening
Yes,
in
children.
Overworld
Don't listen
soon.
to Pela.
It's gonna be super awesome.
Perfect.
Also, those who
No one
sacrificed
cares,
their
Pela.
lives in the war against the invaders 700 years ago.
Miss Pela, Peter's falling asleep.
This is a disaster and I'm here for it.
From now on, no whispering aloud. If you don't want to have any homework later, you'd better start listening.
Sorry, Miss Pela.
That's better. Now, where was I?
Well, I never knew Pela had a strict
What?
side.
That's all she is, March. She's just a ball of nerves. I never knew she was so annoying. Like, what do you expect?
So... Formation!
Ta-da! Guess who's back?
It's you two. Welcome back to Belobog. The Supreme Guardian mentioned there'd be mystery guests attending the Soulworm celebrations, but I didn't think it'd be the Express crew. I hope you had a smooth journey. I should have dispatched Silvermane guards to welcome you on arrival. My apologies.
Aw, it's fine. You really don't have to apologize. We're just passing through. It's no big deal.
Understood. I hope you both enjoy the festivities. Please make sure you keep your personal belongings safe. Pickpockets tend to take advantage of events like this. We'll be performing additional patrols.
Got it. We'll get out of your way then. Bye.
Bye for now.
But it's your youngest Lavendau sibling. And we're off.
So...
Hey, quick! Serval's about to start singing!
Woo! Thanks, everyone! Hope you're ready for a great show! Let's get started!
Serval! Serval!
Heartbeats will shake me.
So rules can't break me.
Crank the sound and let your soul be free.
The lightning strikes riding off the wall. Let yourself fall into it all.
And we're done. After some time.
Ah, phew. Who'd have thought just taking a stroll could be so tiring? Say, I think we should probably pay Branya a visit. After all, she was the one who invited us here. Or we could go check out some other fun stuff elsewhere. Your
All
call.
the fun stuff. When do we come back to Belobog? I mean, you know? I was about to say, did he find friends? He's like, I've found friends. Finally.
I understand the difficulties that this world is facing, Supreme Guardian. Belobog's current financial burden cannot be pinned on you, nor anyone else for that matter. However, objectively speaking, since Belobog has existed as an independent entity to this day, its debt cannot simply be written off. Oh, it looks like we have some visitors.
Branya! And Topaz? You're here too? I guess you've already started your business talks. We'll get out of your way if...
It's no bother. We've pretty much wrapped things up already anyway. Please consider my plans carefully, Supreme Guardian. If Eurilo 6 wants to rebuild its connections with the rest of the galaxy, your credit record with the IPC will be of great importance.
You've made yourself clear, Miss Topaz. I'll require some time to consider my next course of action.
Naturally. However, while you're deliberating, my colleagues will need to carry out some operations in Belobog. I hope that your subjects in the underworld are cooperative. I'm sorry our business got in the way of a reunion with old friends. I'll get out of your way.
You're about to reunite with my fists if you keep misbehaving. Collecting on a 700-year-old debt. They better not have charged them for 700 years of, like, interest. It wasn't their fault that they were frozen over.
Is everything all right, Bronya? I didn't know Miss Topaz was so intense. She seemed nice when we met her.
It's good to see you two again. Welcome back to Belobog. I'd planned a special reception, but I had to deal with an unexpected guest. The lady you just witnessed, she claims to represent the IPC. There's no need to keep either of you in the dark. To tell the truth, I have too much weighing on my mind right now to even think about the Soulworm Festival.
I heard the word debt.
Since you've already made her acquaintance, I needn't explain who she is. I'm sure you've heard pieces of Belobog's history the first time you visited. The Legion's invasion 700 years ago, how the Stellaron brought about the Eternal Freeze. It seems that much of Belobog's history from that time was buried deep beneath the snow. Those memories were lost and weren't passed down to the subsequent generations of Supreme Guardians. Topaz shared with me the story of the Stellaron's descent upon Eurilo 6. How the original outsiders stationed here foresaw the impending disaster and chose to leave in large numbers. Among those outsiders were several investors from the Interastral Peace Corporation. Before they departed, they did something noteworthy. They sought out architects who refused to leave, those who insisted on defending their homes. The IPC provided these architects with significant funds to aid them against the coming disaster. It was with those funds that Belobog was able to construct its immense walls. Even the initial funding for the development of the first batch of automatons was drawn from the same pool.
Wow, that's a pretty incredible story. So, does that mean Topaz's business here is to collect a debt from Belobog?
Yes, I'm afraid so.
That's ridiculous! And what's with the timing? What took them so long to get here? If it wasn't for us eliminating the Stellaron,
Right?
nothing to
Okay,
collect.
March, get him.
It's obvious they're just trying to take advantage.
Right?
According to her account, the repayment period agreed upon by the architects and the IPC investors was 280 years. However, less than a century after the loan was taken out, the connection between Eurilo 6 and the rest of the galaxy was completely severed.
Because of the Eternal
IPC
Freeze.
deemed that the disaster had caused irreparable damage and that there was no civilization left to reclaim the debt from. As such, they considered the owed sum permanently lost. It wasn't until the Stellaron crisis was resolved that the IPC discovered that Belobog had survived.
And that's when they sent Topaz over to collect the debt.
And the interest.
Wow, really? Freaking interest?
An astronomical amount. I don't even know how to read such a long string of numbers.
This is exactly what I
Before you
meant.
both arrived, Topaz warned me that if the payments were delayed, the IPC would give her the authority to employ strong measures.
Told you she was trash. I told
Idea
you.
things were like this.
Jeez.
Here I was thinking the IPC had come to rebuild
No, absolutely
Belobog.
not. That's why I said their
Not extorted.
uniforms are ugly, March. Looks like we'll have to intervene.
Yeah, we have to help Bronya out. The IPC is too big and powerful. The Belobogians won't be able to resolve this problem on their own.
You seem to have a deeper knowledge of the Interastral Peace Corporation than I do. But if the records are accurate, and they truly have a presence throughout the galaxy, the IPC could crush Belobog like a bug if they wanted to. I'm glad you're both here. I know you came for the festival, but
Nope, we gotcha.
now I must ask you and the Astral Express for help. Do you think you could persuade Topaz to reevaluate the situation? The Express's reputation precedes it. Perhaps there's still hope?
Have no fear, Branya. When a friend's in need, the Nameless will always be at their side. Yeah, after all, this guy here is a pretty good negotiator.
Thank you so much, both of you. I'm so sorry for dragging you into more trouble. While you're out looking for Topaz, I'll see if I can think of a strategy to deal with the situation. Best of luck, and stay safe.
Oh, hey! I just remembered. Topaz gave me her number. We might as well just be direct and ask her where she is. She seems like the type of person who appreciates a straight approach.
Sure, why not? Hello, Miss Topaz. Greetings. Director Topaz is currently busy and unable to reply to your message. Please wait. AI, please tell me. Auto reply. Hello, checking the schedule for you. Currently is on an inspection tour at the history and culture museum. Okay, so off we go.
Okay, got it. She's at the museum. Let's get going. We better think about what we're gonna say. She might be young, but she is an IPC executive. She's definitely no pushover.
She will be once I clock her with my special abilities.
Oh, it's you two again. This is the third time today we've run into each other.
About to run into my fists. Cherish the moment.
Why, of course I will. Meeting friends from the Astral Express is always a moment worth cherishing. What do you make of this painting? I'm no expert, but just from the artist's strokes, I can tell it's no ordinary piece. It portrays a certain kind of sorrow, you know? Not your everyday kind of sadness. It runs much deeper than that. It's as if the artist had condensed history into one poignant but sorrowful image. The artist's brushwork depicts several generations' hardships.
Seems like you know your art.
Not at all. The analysis of an aficionado. I wouldn't take my word for it. The Express has visited many worlds. I'm sure the Nameless have a far greater knowledge of such things than myself. I suppose what I'm trying to say is, what I'm drawn to isn't the style in which a piece is painted, but its overall value.
Oh my gosh.
Its intrinsic value may only be 50,000
This gold
credits,
digger.
but
This gold digger.
might push the total up to
Oh my
200,000.
gosh. I sort of understand
Sorry to crash your
though.
artist party, but we came to talk to you about something else.
Because I also check value of my stuff,
Oh?
but you know.
A collaboration between our two sides, perhaps?
Not exactly. Actually,
Let's walk and talk. This way.
She already knows. She set this up.
Most exhibits in this museum are of little value. But with a keen eye, it's possible to find a diamond in the rough, so to speak.
Miss Topaz, Branya's already told us about Belobog's debt situation.
Oh. You two are closer than I expected with her. So, how can I help? Not sure in the arrangement?
No, we're gonna break your legs and throw you in the sea with the fishes.
Help me out here. You know I'm not good at this kind of thing.
March, just tell her. They're unreasonable.
You're so direct. I like that. I understand. From your point of view, I can see how unreasonable it appears.
They were frozen
However,
over.
you must understand that debt collection is a big part of my job. I've dealt with cases far more difficult than
Right,
Belobog's.
okay.
I appreciate each case has its difficulties, but if I treated every late debtor as a special case, the galaxy's economy would come to a grinding halt.
But you had already written it off.
The Strategic Investment Department is well versed in handling such situations. We can offer the debtor various repayment solutions, but Eurillo 6 has far exceeded the allotted repayment period. I'm afraid milder solutions aren't the order of the day. So, I proposed to Branya. Oops, almost gave away trade secrets there, didn't I? That was a close one. The exhibits here are pretty ordinary. I estimate they're probably not worth much. Let's keep moving.
She's gonna freaking pilfer their culture.
So you're basically saying the Belabogians must pay off their
This
ancestors' debts.
this really sort of pisses
When
me
you think
off
about it, it's just another part of the cycle of life.
because
I'm not sure it's as poetic as that.
my family actually owned land, and similar thing happened a long time ago. My family actually lost land because they were charged taxes on it. Taxes, which, by the way, didn't exist before a certain people came from another country, and it was literally pennies, and they lost tons and tons of acres of land because of these made-up taxes that were like instilled. So I actually have family history where like my family was more fortunate before stuff played out historically. So this sort of gets on my nerves. They wrote the debt off, and now they're like, oh well, we want it back now because you somehow survived. You wrote it off already. It literally, you gave up the value of that when you left. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. I just get a little upset because like hard work, like, it's horrible because hard work rarely gets you places. I know a lot of people like to say hard work gets you places. Like, my life experience has not been that. Like, I graduated with really high GPA. I went to a really good college, and like I spent a lot of time at a company that I'm at, and like it's a lot of it is circumstance too, and it sucks to say that because like you shouldn't be a circumstance of your situation, but you should also not cook in the museum, little Landau. Okay, we're moving on. I'm not gonna go on a rant, but we're not supposed to cook in the museum. But yeah, this is absolutely frustrating.
Wow, look! Is that little critter native to Eurillo 6? It's so white and fluffy. Where can I find a live one?
It's probably extinct.
I suppose it probably is. Otherwise, it wouldn't be on display here.
You want to know what also is
That's such a
native?
shame.
My fist to your
Those
face.
Adore little animals. Have you guys met Numby yet? I guess they're off playing somewhere.
So, Miss Topaz, what exactly will it take for the IPC to go easier on Belobog?
It's gonna be a struggle.
Branya invested so much just to make this world a little better. And now, it feels like all of her efforts will be undone in the blink of an
It's
eye.
the IPC for you.
It's just so cruel.
What do you take the IPC for, Miss March? We're just the same as Belobog's architects. We're all followers of the preservation.
Yeah, the same, sure.
No matter what solutions we propose, we will always take the welfare of the people of Belobog into consideration.
You
Otherwise,
literally would
there'd be
ask
no
everybody to
different from
liquidate.
Malaysia.
You're gonna liquidate their whole culture, is what you're fixing
So
to
you're
propose.
saying there's nothing to worry about? But
No, there
Branya-
clearly is something to worry about.
Don't worry yourself too much. The Supreme Guardian is a wise person. She'll understand.
Yeah, that's what you say.
But to
Never
answer
mind.
your question
Oh my god.
directly, it'd take a miracle. I'll complete the Eurillo 6 project no matter what obstacles I encounter.
This isn't going as planned. What should we do?
Kick her out. Kick her out.
I wouldn't waste too much energy on this matter. Why not make the most of the festive atmosphere? Oh, looks like one of my colleagues is after me. My apologies, but I should probably take this. Bye!
Don't ever work for a soul crushing company like that. Don't ever do that.
Now,
Just give it
you
up.
spent ages trying to
Even if
convince
you're
her and she
poor,
didn't move an
it's not
inch.
worth your soul to do that. You should keep pestering her.
Sure. I really don't think she'll change her mind.
Oh, we'll get her to crack. We'll get her to
Topaz
crack.
is just doing her job.
Nope, I don't.
And
Yeah,
as far as the
okay.
Express is concerned, I think it'd be unwise
We're-
to make the IPC our
No,
enemy.
we're fine, March.
All these vested interests. It's so hard to undo any of it. They teach this stuff in school.
Should remember.
Did I even go to school?
Who knows, March?
Did someone send you a message?
If we don't stop, Sila's gonna chop her legs off with the scythe. This lady. I hope you're back in Bellabog. Give me a shot when you have a minute. It's urgent. What's going on? A bunch of rascals came down the otherworld, took over the Great Mine by force. See, look, I told you. Acquisition, see? I asked Bronya what to do. She told me not to mess with them for the time being. Don't listen to her. It's probably best not to mess with them. But listen to Bronya. She's not gonna listen to Bronya. Well, yeah, of course, they already started fighting. Of course. Turks have super advanced fancy weapons and jacked up damage. We can't handle them. I'm sending you SOS because they're running out of ideas. I'm coming by. Oh, boy.
The IPC are causing trouble in the underworld? Already? Seriously? Topaz was just talking about taking
That's
the
a
welfare
company
of the people
line.
of Bellabog into consideration. Oh, and now they're pulling this stunt? You really can't trust these money-hungry IPC suits for a minute.
Let's go save the day.
Again? I don't think I have it in me to play the hero today.
You wore the wrong dress.
Well, I guess
Sorry.
complaining won't get us anywhere. Let's go lend them a hand.
Besides, we have Mono Quantum now. We can go burr. Mono Quantum goes burr.
Get some rest while you can, and gather your strength.
Hey, Zila, it's Zila.
Zila!
Hey! Am I glad to see you two here? I'm not sure how much longer we can hold out.
Is anyone hurt?
Nobody's been seriously hurt, but a few Wildfire members got minor injuries. Fortunately for us, it seems like they were holding back. Their weapons and automatons are much stronger than anything we have. You see those two in black? They've been guarding the mine entrance. They're not letting anyone in or out. Hey, just because you have fancy
Let's mess them
equipment
up.
doesn't mean you can bully us. Who do you think you are? What's the matter? Got nothing to say?
What's going on inside the mine? Any ideas?
Svarog's not gonna be happy. Svarog's gonna
The
stomp
miners
these
made it out
fools.
earlier. They looked pretty panicked. They said the whole mine had been seized by the people in black. These uninvited guests keep talking about asset evaluation, whatever that means. All I know is that they're seriously disrupting the lives of the Underworlders.
Was Topaz around?
Who?
We were just talking to her in the museum. Do you think her cronies are acting without her authorization?
Hmm.
The person you're talking about. Are they in charge of the people in black?
Oh Lord, Zila's gonna go get her.
Potaz, Pazto, whatever her
Potaz.
name is, she can wait.
Popoto.
Right now, the most important thing is to free those trapped in the Great Mine. Are you two with me?
I mean, if they're stuck in the mine, heck yeah.
Hey, you two! Cat got your tongue or something? If you knew what was best for you, you'd get out of my way.
You guys must be exhausted standing here all day. How about you take a little lunch break? I'm sure the IPC allows that, right?
Seriously, go get some lunch, bro. Let's stand aside. We're friends, your boss.
What's their deal?
You two were talking to the director in the snow plains.
it's you! You're the one who was threatening to take us out in the snow plains. Do you even know who you're talking to? If your boss knows
Get
to
him,
treat us with
Karen
respect,
7th.
you'd better start
Talk to
showing
their
some
manager.
yourself.
I can't let you pass. My team leader said that if anyone gets through, I'll lose 6 months of performance bonuses.
The fact you even get a bonus.
Team leader? You're even lower on the pecking order than
Dang, she's attacking his. She's savage.
I spent 7 years on a forsaken asteroid.
Oh my
preparing to
gosh.
serve the IPC.
See, I
went
feel
through
him.
17 interviews before they finally hired
This
me.
sounds like my current
What right do
workplace.
you deadbeats have to criticize me?
7 years and like interview. Yep.
IPC? Interviews? I don't know what you're rambling on about, but you're really testing my patience. No need to waste our breath on this idiot. Let's do this.
Oh my gosh. Mono Quantum goes burr.
More enemies. Time for a buzz.
Don't mess with me.
We came together. Together as one. Commencing research. Deep breath. Good as new. This combat needs optimizing.
Well, that's my current work culture right now,
This is double
so.
speed.
So I feel it.
What
And also that's hecka ironic coming from flippin' Hoyo.
You bit me.
Mihoyo.
Time for a buzz.
We came together. Don't mess with me.
Time for a buzz.
We came I'll free you from your chain. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Talking about their own employees. They're even exploiting their employees in their own storyline.
That's it? He sure took off quickly.
17 rounds of interviews and these are the best people they can find? What a joke.
I don't either. I'm just
Let's not
joking
get ahead
around.
of ourselves. I've been warned that the ones in the mine won't go down without a fight. Let's set off when you're ready.
We're gonna do some stuff. Speed. Let's do. Is there a defense? Really good. Did you miss? I pulled Gwen. I pulled one more time on the Sealet banner because I was like, why not? They're the same banner instead of pulling on Topaz, and I pulled good old Gwenny. So I have all my 4 stars back again. I haven't missed a 4-star yet. Gwynafin. So like I added her to my fire team. Good old Gwenny. Oh, I played Catan. That's long. There's no way you finished. Did you get to a stopping point?
Ready for action? It's
All my
time to kick
resources.
the IPC out of the underworld.
Let's
Let's
go.
get moving.
Mono Quantum goes burr. Oh, I told you. See, don't mess with Svarog. I told you they were gonna go mess with Svarog in his territory.
Hello.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
Mr. Farog, isn't it? And
Oh
this cute
no.
little girl must be
Oh
Clara.
no, she's making the wrong mistake.
Hello, miss.
Oh no.
Are you...
I'm Topaz. I've come to have a chat with Mr. Sparrow.
No, that's not gonna work, lady.
Clara, go inside.
Damn. He's like, I gotta curb stop this chick.
If you have a guess...
Nope, he's like, Claire, get inside.
She is not a guest. Neither is she a friend.
Dang.
Go, Clara. Everything will be fine.
So, it seems my source was right. Who'd have thought that such a strong bond could exist between a giant robot?
A strong bond's gonna exist between Svarog's fist and your face. Again with the fist in the face. Look, IPC. He ain't having this.
The insignia of the
See?
Peace Corporation.
He's not having this.
For coming here.
Straight to the point, huh? I like your style. Eurillo 6. Are robots familiar with that term? Anyway, it refers to the planet we're currently standing on. It's about to become the property of the IPC. No one can reverse this outcome. Not you, not the Nameless, nor any power in the galaxy. I only care about one thing right now. Demonstrating to the shareholders of the IPC that Eurillo 6 can generate value.
Generate my
run,
fist's energy
this
to your
is a way,
face.
the
Again.
only way to ensure Belobog's long-term interests. I need your help to achieve this goal.
Long-term interests undefined. Analyzing objectives. Analysis failed. Tell me, emissary, how do you plan to convince the IPC leadership?
That's simple. I'll show you.
This is...
Source code. Or to be more precise, source code that is able to take control of all mechanized units in Belobog. I'm sure you're familiar with this. All mechanized units manufactured in Belobog over the last 700 years utilize the underlying systems created by the IPC. The code is so refined that the engineers never saw any reason to change it. I assume you're also aware that there was once a large automaton factory in the underworld. Thousands upon thousands of automatons, enough to crush the Legion's vanguard, lay dormant within.
So she wants to turn Belobog into a weapons factory.
This is my bargaining chip for negotiating with the higher-ups. I'll convince them that Eurillo 6 has a place in the company's long-term strategies. But first, I need a guide to show me where these automatons are buried.
Please don't tell me he's gonna go along with this.
I understand. Your long-term interests can be defined as the survival of civilization at a macro level. What are your intentions for the people currently living here?
Their future has already been purchased. All I can do is make them accept this fact, using a relatively peaceful approach.
I understand.
He's gonna, yep.
I will assist you with
Svarog, bro.
So, you're not as stubborn as the rumors suggest.
Well, he's worried about...
The future you speak of
yeah.
is beyond my computational range. But my emotional analysis indicates that you are indeed trying to find ways to ensure the survival of this world. Additionally, calculations indicate a 96.4% probability of compliance through force if I refuse to cooperate.
Your calculations are slightly on the conservative side. Here's to our future cooperation. If you wouldn't mind leading the way, Mr. Svarog.
I don't like this at all.
All the miners here, huddled together. Anyone else getting deja vu?
Well, the situation here is pretty similar to when you first arrived. It's just that instead of a few thugs and broken robots, now we're dealing with much more formidable adversaries.
Hey, check it out! Isn't that Topaz's little trotter over there?
Squish it.
Oh, what was it again?
I mean, I get it. I get what she's trying to do, but it's still so horrible.
Isn't that thing a fragmentum monster? She's keeping one as a pet?
Because how wrong is it for you to saddle somebody with debt that is not? It's 700 years old. Like the IPC, that's so disgusting. Like in my family's case, those taxes that were pennies back then, like there was none of that existed, right? Do you understand? Like that, like there was no money owed. It was just like, hey, taxes exist now. You need to pay that. We're taking your land if you don't pay it. Like, that system did not exist. And I don't think people understand injustices in a sense of, like, generational wealth and stuff, right? Like, people still don't get what generational wealth is and, like, why. Anyway, whatever. The advantages of generational wealth, I guess, for some people. Oink, grunt, grunt, oink.
Sounds like you two are getting along. What's Numby
Right,
saying?
exactly. It was meant to try to protect their world from being destroyed. And so it's like, here's money. Oh, we're not going to claim it because we think you don't exist anymore. But now that you do, we're going to change the terms of that. And instead, you know what I mean? Right. No one stayed behind. If IPC people stayed behind and they had lives and they had people invested, then you would know that, like, they would have invested appropriately. But they ran, and now they want payment? Bull. Whatever. Life is ultimately meaningless.
Wow, that's so deep. Oh, come on, stop fooling around.
I'm just letting them know.
Look, you guys. Looks like it wants to leave.
Looks like they want to find their master. Let's follow them.
Let's hit it with the baseball bat.
Help! Those people dressed in black are attacking us!
Infallible.
Hey, I'm talking to you. Where do you guys store the Geomarrow?
I really don't know what.
Oh no, yeah, I saw her justification. It doesn't excuse it. That's what you say when you're stuck in a job and you'd rather take the easy way out instead of standing out for what's right. Like, you don't do that. You stand up for what's right. And I get that not everybody's in a position to do so, but if everybody keeps bending to that kind of excuse, then no one's gonna ever make anything right. You can't do that. And if you think that that's a good enough reason, you're fooling yourself. Sorry. And I guarantee you it's never easy to do the right thing, because it's always going to be difficult on someone. And you have to value, you know, you have to make the decision of what you value.
I'll free you from your disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
This combat needs. This is double speed. All things in the human creations. To trouble.
I'll end your misery.
I. Specimen peak. Converge and awaken.
What a head. A sharp scythe needs targets.
I mean, I get it, but like, she hasn't been on this planet for 700 years, so regardless of what she believes is good, maybe from her perspective, but she hasn't talked to these people. Literally, from the information we've gleaned so far, she's come in and all she's done is say, this is the situation, I'm demanding this. There's no excuse, it's been 700 years. When they're literally, their freaking planet was frozen over. I don't think it's good enough. I don't think there will be a good enough justification, regardless of what she wants to say. Yeah, I don't think there will be enough. She's fooling herself, if that's what she's thinking, you know?
Uh-huh. Looks like Numby's in a good mood.
But aren't they on the IPC side? Strange.
Look, that big guy down there. Is he the one in charge?
We'll see who's really in charge. Let's go.
Huh? Where'd Numby go?
Wow. For something so short and stubby, you're surprisingly nimble. Well, guess that's that. We're on our own now. Let's keep going. Hey, you! Are you in charge around here?
IPC is currently conducting
Yeah. Bucket of bolts. Let's get this over with.
local residents are advised to follow those responsible for evacuation to the...
Don't lie to us! You seized the mine by force for yourself. You drove the locals out of their homes. I'm warning you. Get lost or
Heck yeah,
suffer the
Zila.
consequences. Don't you dare show your face around here again!
And who might you be? You have quite the attitude. This is our jurisdiction now.
Right, he's
We're all
chunky.
powerful here.
How to speak to your boss, Karen the Seventh says.
Yeah, we demand to speak with Topaz.
You know Topaz? Interesting. It doesn't matter. The Strategic Investment Department has no obligation to talk to anyone not related to this project.
Talk to you. Your fist can talk to my face.
Where debtors
I mean, my face can talk. You. Don't punch me. It's the other way around. You know the pun by now.
for all assets. We're simply following the rules. What exactly is your problem?
You know, it's funny how the rules always seem to work in your favor, don't you think? This
Right.
world's been hanging by a thread, and now you're here to pull the plug on it.
Don't blame me. I'm simply following orders. Do you think I get to make those kinds of decisions?
Always people saying following orders,
Save
right?
your breath, March. I never held out any hope of resolving this problem peacefully. Didn't you claim the IPC was all-powerful? Well, now's the perfect chance to show us what you can do.
If I knew things were gonna get this
Mhm.
I'd have applied for overtime.
There sure is.
Anyway, since you seem intent on settling
There's always a Xenosaga reference. You just gotta look for it. Always a Xeno reference in every game. You just have to look hard enough.
Trickier to crack. Time for a fun.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of
Mono
the
Quantum,
past
go
hustle
vroom.
through you. Converge and awaken. Human creations.
Oh, these are all new enemies, aren't they?
You took the bait. Time for a fun. A quick divination. Deep breath. Reciprocity. Excellent. This combat need. This is double speed. Time for a fun. To travel far away. I think something. All things in this human creations. Yin and yang.
I'll free you from your disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
More enemies. Time for a fun.
Luckily, we've got that 100% quantum hit
Combat
rate.
needs optima. This is double speed.
Who's next? Converge and awaken.
Can I have fun? Time for a fun. All things in the human creations. Time for a fun. This is double speed.
We're okay still.
I don't mess with those. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Who are you people? Not even our tech could take you down.
We took down the Doomsday Beast, the Celeron, and
Right?
Fantalia. Did you really think you could stop us?
Darn it. I'm all out of ammo.
Sir, we've just received word from the director.
Director Topaz? What did she say?
Teams are not to disrupt the lives of local inhabitants during the asset evaluation period. Teams that violate this directive will have their year-end bonuses reduced by 60%.
Dang.
60%? We're done for. Attention all personnel. Evacuate the mine immediately. Erase all traces of your presence.
Is he gonna kill us? We're traces of their presence.
Are we all good here, or what?
Yeah. Judging by the looks on their faces, I don't think they'll
DC
be
Douglas. I asked him if he was
So,
doing
who is
signings.
this
Anyway,
Topaz anyway?
we're gonna get some signings
She
done
seems
eventually.
to have no problem ordering these idiots around. Or taming fragmentum creatures, for that matter.
It's a long story.
Yeah, Bellabog is in debt.
Debt? What do you mean?
You should probably ask Branya to explain it to you.
Why did this mess have to happen so close to the festivities? The timing couldn't have been any worse.
Right?
Oh, looks like we've got a message.
Where are you, March? Are you alright? Branya, we're in the middle. We're in the underworld right now. The IPC's place took over the Might, and Sela just kicked them out. I see her, Sela. How are things going? Did they hurt you? Don't worry, we can totally handle this. The IPC won't stop there. I see. Thank you for trying to negotiate Topaz. This wasn't your responsibility in the first place. Something just happened here. I can't explain it clearly in messages. Could you come back to Clipoth Fort? I need advice for two of you on this issue.
Huh. I get the feeling Branya's worried about something. We'd better go back and see her. Are you coming with us, Sela?
Go on without me. I still have stuff to take care of. The miners need to know what happened here. Branya messaged you, which means she thinks you can help. I trust her judgment.
Got it, Zila. We'll do what we can to help Branya out. Come on, to Clipoth Fort!
It's stressful, man. I want stuff to go good for these people, and it's... Oh, okay. Dang! Chapard!
Supreme Guardian.
Dang!
No further.
Oh, shit.
Bellabog might be in arrears, but I'm out of pocket.
Because of Svarog, right?
See you later, Captain.
Oh, because flippin' Svarog agreed. What the heck, man? Like, pull it together. All because Svarog is like, she does have the code, but like, Svarog's gonna be helping her, you know? I don't know. I guess he doesn't have a choice, right? I want him to be more proactive.
Welcome back. I appreciate your help more than I can express. It couldn't have been easy running all over the city.
That's what friends are for, Branya. You don't sound like yourself.
Yeah, I know.
Something wrong?
I'm fine. I haven't rested in a while. There's just too much happening all at once.
You could have foreseen all this.
Perhaps, but The IPC won't wait for me to catch up. They're moving quickly. Belobog is crawling with their agents. All they talk about is asset evaluation. The silver lining is that apart from the mine incident you mentioned, there haven't been any major conflicts in other areas. I suppose Topaz must have issued an order against harassing the citizenry. Still, that hasn't stopped panic from building. People are confused. They don't know where these strangers in black came from, nor what their intentions are.
Did you manage to get in touch with Topaz again? We're curious to know what solutions she has in mind.
That's the reason I asked for you to come here. I need your advice. Look.
It's...
The contract Topaz sent to me a little while ago. There's a handwritten letter attached. Please, take a look at the contents, and then tell me your thoughts.
Miss Branya, if you'll permit me to call you that, I'd like to share a story with you from my own life. In your eyes, the IPC may seem heartless or cruel, but in reality, we all have a story to tell. As for myself, I was born on a small, unremarkable planet at the edge of the galaxy, a place whose name is known only to the native inhabitants.
Is she gonna try to make me feel bad for her committing a sort of like crime against others? That's not gonna make me feel bad, Topaz. You're still doing the wrong thing.
My home planet was extremely resource poor. To survive, people worked laboriously, manufacturing products for other civilizations in the galaxy, mostly in chemical or heavy industries. Given these circumstances, the natural environment of my home planet became increasingly harsh. I don't recall the exact moment when it happened, but people started wearing respirators just to walk down the street. All you could hear were the wheezing coughs of the people, day and night. My home was facing its demise. The relatively wealthy chose interstellar migration and started anew. The majority who stayed could only struggle on amidst sewage, acid rain, and dust, waiting for the end. Finally, one fateful day, the IPC arrived on my home planet. They had the technology to repair our planet's damaged environment. In return for their help, they asked for just one thing: that all inhabitants sign a contract which would make them employees of the IPC. 2 years after signing the contract, the dark clouds and haze disappeared, and people began to take off their masks. After 3 years, vegetation and trees began to grow and thrive again. After 5 years, many animals, previously on the brink of extinction, reappeared. When I was finally old enough, I officially became a member of the Strategic Investment Department. I witnessed the changes that took place on my homeworld, and was determined to bring the same changes to many other worlds in the galaxy that were experiencing the same plight.
I'm
writing to you, Miss Branya, with the
That's her
genuine
view.
desire
That's not the
to
company's
express
view.
something important.
You know what I mean?
I know freedom is precious to people, but in reality, there are things of much greater value, such as survival.
No, Topaz. There are also the value of freedom is being able to choose how you survive, what you believe in, how you want to live your life. If you survive, none of that means anything if you don't, you know what I mean? I agree. I get where she's coming from and why she thinks that, because she went through all that trauma, but that's not really dealing with trauma. And that's the sad part of Topaz, is like she's not really realizing that, like, hey, would it be better to survive or like live how you want to live, right? You know what I mean? That's like saying like, oh no, I've been diagnosed with a disease and I'm gonna choose to, I don't know. I don't agree at all.
How many generations of Belabogians will it take to embrace the stars again without assistance? Who can guarantee that every future Guardian will be as prudent and enlightened as you? How can you guarantee that a disaster such as the Stellaron crisis will not descend upon
You
Belabogia
can't guarantee
again?
any of that. You're living a life
I have
of doubt
already
and fear.
negotiated the best possible deal for
Right,
you.
sure.
Once you sign this contract, all of Belobog's debts will be forgiven. In addition, the IPC will set up a special team to support the reconstruction of Eurilo 6. I can understand that for you, this is an extremely difficult decision because you and you alone will bear the fate of all Belobogians. But because of this, I believe that you will make the right decision. A decision that will truly benefit
Right?
people.
Her words
Ugh.
do sound quite sincere.
It doesn't matter if they no. It doesn't matter if they sound sincere. They're not. That's what you say to yourself when you have no power and people have more money than you. They think they can do whatever they want. It's like you said. It's like it's so. I'm visibly frustrated because this is literally like how people think. Like you benefit of it too, but like they're giving their whole livelihood away. Yep. She's a smooth talker, but it doesn't mean that she's telling the truth.
I agree. But it struck me as an honest letter. I found the contents quite moving. It's hard to imagine she'd write something like this.
But it's not about her. Who's to guarantee that she won't deceive, like that the company
she
won't?
wasn't wrong when she said this would be an extremely difficult decision.
Rania, you can't guarantee that the
planet's
company's
fate,
gonna follow what she
The
says.
civilization it carries, everything that's happened here and everything that will happen, it all rests in my hands.
No, it doesn't. Talk to
This
everyone.
definitely can't and shouldn't
Yes.
be a decision made by me alone.
Yep. Perhaps you should get insight from others.
That thought has crossed my mind. It comforts me to hear you say that.
Right. I don't think it's fair for you to carry the weight alone. Why not discuss it with others first?
Topaz hasn't given me much time to consider. She wants me to decide as soon
She has
as
to wait.
possible.
She didn't have a choice.
I wanted to put it to a vote and let all the citizens of both the overworld and the underworld have their say. But with such little time, I'm afraid that's a lost cause. I'll convene the Klapoth Fort architects immediately to discuss the contract. As for the locals, I'd like you to gauge their stance on the matter. The people of Belobog hold both of you in high regard. They'll most certainly be willing to tell you their thoughts.
Do I have voting rights? It's time to race against the clock.
Yes, we need to move fast.
We've got your back. We failed to convince Topaz, but this should be a piece of cake.
Thank you, March. I'll assemble the ministers. Let's meet up here again later.
All right. If we want to make an informed decision, we need to hear from both the overworld and the underworld, right? Let's start with the overworld.
Man, how stressful. Also, have a good night, ZK. How stressful. Because you know, excuses, you know? I don't want Pela's opinion. What do you think, Pela? Ain't nobody want Pela's opinion.
We meet again. How have you two been?
Horrible.
Uh-oh. That look on your face tells me something's wrong. I hope it's nothing too serious. Sounds serious. I'm all ears. Really? You better not be making things up.
Oh my god, shut up,
I wish
Pela.
it were made up. Unfortunately, it's all true. We don't have much time, Pela. Branya wants to get everyone's opinion.
Wait, you're telling me I have to make this huge decision on the spot? At least give me a few seconds to think it over. Okay, I think I've got it. If it were up to me, I'd probably agree to the IPC's conditions.
Huh. Okay. Any particular reason?
I've looked at some of the climate reports, and based on the data I've seen, it'll take 3 or 4 more generations for the snow to completely subside. And that's assuming no other disasters occur. I care more about those in the present than a future I can't be sure of. If the IPC is able to bring about immediate change, then I think that's a price well worth paying.
Ayla.
Building a better world for future generations sounds great, right? But is it any fun for the engineers and architects who are directly involved in such a pursuit?
I see. So, compared to a distant and uncertain future, what you really care about is making sure the people around you have a good life. Thanks for your input. I'll make a note of your opinion.
Well, look who we have here! You and Marge paying us a visit. What's the occasion?
Tragedy.
Sounds like
Yeah.
something serious is happening.
Not good.
You'd better fill me in. What? How is that possible? I need a moment to wrap my head around this.
Serval, we're racing against the clock. No time for head wrapping.
Yep.
It's okay. I've thought it through. If it were up to me,
Everybody's gonna sign it.
sign the contract.
Everybody's gonna choose to sign it.
What? Hold on, are you serious? I thought you'd be
This is
against it
dumb.
for sure.
But I'll be like, no.
Surprised? My reasons are pretty simple.
So is everybody else's.
Signing this contract would mean we no longer have to worry about surviving. For most of the residents here, especially those in the underworld, that would be more than enough to persuade them. As for working for the company, people need to work no matter where they are, right? If the IPC tries to take too many liberties, we can always rise up against them. You know, I've always longed for the stars since I was a child, which is why I devoted myself to science and the studying of the Stellaron. If someone told me that I could do whatever research I wanted with only a small price to pay...
Is it only the rich people on the top half that are like, sign it? Because they've gone through like 0 adversity. All the rich people up top, no adversity, so they have no idea. Man, I understood Pela, but Serval, come on, Serval, pull it together. You know, dang, adversity, people. That's why you have your kids work for things and just don't give it to them so they can understand what it means to work for stuff.
Is that the Trailblazers? It's been a while. I didn't think you'd be back in Belobog so
We
soon.
barely remember you, Officer Dunn
pretty
/
hectic in the city
NPC guard.
All these people dressed in black suddenly showed up, and even the Silvermane guards have had trouble dealing with them. Do you need my opinion? I'm happy to help. So that's who they are. It's worse than I imagined.
I mean,
Guardian must
you
be
know,
under a lot of pressure. Is there really nothing we can do to assist her?
he's gonna be the one who's like standing up for the right thing because the NPCs have
On the
backbone.
matter. I know this is a little sudden.
I wouldn't sign the contract. He's gonna say it. I believe in him.
Why, I'd refuse the contract.
Yeah, see? Let's go, NPCs.
No room for
Heck yeah, the lowly NPCs standing up for what's right.
Arrogant, stomping around here
Look
as
at
if
that.
they own the place. How can such people be trusted? Who's to say they won't breach the contract?
Yes, sir.
Faced with this sort of coercion,
Respect.
we must resist them with all our might. Surrendering is not an option. You must warn the Madam Guardian not to allow herself to fall into their trap.
A soldier's perspective is always valuable, Dunn.
I thought she was gonna say damn. The soldier's always opinion's always valuable. Damn. I thought she was gonna say instead of done.
Did we miss anyone in the overworld? I think we asked just about everyone we needed to. From what I've gathered...
Right? I agree. No, yeah,
most people in the
absolutely.
overworld are leaning towards signing the IPC
If they didn't stick around the
contract.
first time, who's to say that they would, you know?
We'd better hurry to the underworld.
Oh,
and see what
Natasha's gonna
Natasha
flat
and
out
Zayla make
turn
of
it
all.
down. I believe in Natasha without a doubt. Not even in a heartbeat. If they say that she agrees to it, I would be so shocked if Natasha was like, "Yo, let's sign it," because like that would be totally out of character for Natasha.
Get some rest while you can, and gather your strength.
Don't disappoint me.
What brings you two to the underworld?
Don't disappoint me, girl.
Seems a little out of the blue, but since you came all this way,
I'm gonna be disappointed, aren't I?
go ahead.
Please don't.
That is a lot of information to take in.
Swear on your teddy bear.
I know you're in a hurry, but I need a moment to think.
No stress, Nat. Just tell us what you really think.
I've thought about it, and
Yes!
If I were Bronya, I would
Yes!
sign it.
Yes,
I
Natasha!
won't deny the offer on the table is a very tempting one.
No cap.
And if we refuse, Belobog will not only have the burden of a huge debt, we may also incite the wrath of a very powerful force.
Yep.
But even so, a quote I read back in school came to me just now. Those who are willing to give up freedom for security
Yes.
will end up with neither. Living in the underworld has taught me that this phrase is true. I'd rather trek through the frigid snow plains than live in a beautiful cage.
Wow, that's a pretty convincing argument. Another vote for the against pile. Thanks for your insight, Nat.
I'm proud of you. You didn't do me wrong. I don't know. I didn't expect her to, like, I expected her to be, you know. That's alright. This old man's old. He's gonna
None
cave.
Other than the saviors of Belobog. To what do I owe the pleasure?
Nah, him and Nat
To
are
be
friends.
honest,
I would be
I'm
shocked.
surprised you even remembered an old geezer like me.
You're the geezer who doesn't move his mouth
I
when
can
he
tell by the
talks.
look on your faces, you're probably not dropping by to say hi. Let me guess. Something to do with these unruly people in black showing up everywhere? Well, ask away. It just so happens I'm curious about them myself. Maybe I can be of some help.
I'm gonna be shocked if he's not with us.
I see. That's a tricky situation, all right. A lot for anyone to handle, let alone someone as young as Lady Bronya.
Mr. Oleg, out of all the people we know in Belobog, you have the most
Dang.
life experience.
No, just because he's old. She literally is like, you old geezer, tell
Wanna
me.
hear the truth? I'm afraid great ambitions and lofty plans no longer hold much appeal for an old-timer.
Of course, that's why he's gonna choose to sign
If
it.
this IPC does indeed possess the magical power to restore Belobog back to its former self overnight, then I think the answer is clear. Have you considered the opposite? What about if we refuse? The reconstruction plan already sounds like an endless endeavor. And with the added burden of a massive debt, well, is that something we can manage on our own? What worries me the most is how Lady Bronya will handle the backlash from her people. Will she be able to withstand the criticism? Is she prepared to carry the weight of a tarnished reputation for years to come?
Bronya, the last Supreme Guardian. I think she can handle a little criticism.
I think so too, but could you imagine having to hear names? Like the traitorous ruler for the rest of your life?
If you really care,
Thank you for your thoughts, Mr. Oleg. Another vote for the 4 pile.
nope. If she really cares, she'd be called Bronya the Beater. Like she beats people, you know. Doesn't matter if you're like doing the right thing. I guess I don't know. That's such a subjective thing because it's like some people take it too far. Like they're like, I'm the only one that can make this decision for everyone. You know what I mean? Like that's how dictators and stuff happen. But at the same time, you know, She's got the black card with like the unlimited. But we'd have to strangle it out of she doesn't have her Asa doesn't have her own card. You know what I mean? We'd have to strangle it. We'd have to strangle. We'd have to strangle it out of Marlon's hands. Because she doesn't hold on to her own card. We're gonna ask Clara.
March, big brother, what brings you to the underworld?
We finally brought you some
Hey there,
shoes.
Clara. Is Svarog not around?
Mr. Svarog went out for a walk with a lady called Topaz.
What? Topaz? Do you know where they went?
Get your running shoes on. We gotta chase after
I'm
him.
not sure.
Oh wait.
But Mr. Svarog promised he'd be back soon.
What now? Svarog's super logical. We should definitely get his opinion.
He already decided. Claire's opinion is just as
True.
important.
Don Hung's always saying that Clara's really insightful for her age.
Huh? Miss March, do you want to ask me something?
Always will be. The IPC is gonna promise her shoes if they sign with her. But that also actually is probably why she'd be like, I'm not signing, I don't want shoes. How dare they try to give me shoes?
No pressure. Just tell us how
The
you
back
feel
shoes are a
about
part of the IPC uniform.
I think if we have a choice for the future, it should be everyone's decision.
Yes, Miss Wholesome.
When I was playing with Hook, the moles, and the other kids, we talked about our dreams. Everyone has different dreams. If we accept Miss Topaz's offer, then
Yep.
doesn't that mean our dreams will never come true?
Because you'll all be IPC employees. Yep.
Taking away people's dreams like that. I don't know. It feels wrong.
You're right. Children see the world as a place where anything is possible.
But if you're born into IPC,
Just
you
the
don't have a
thought of our
choice.
lives being predestined from birth makes me shiver.
Yep. They'll all be IPC
Clara. Your
employees.
thoughts mean a lot to us.
Right?
All that running around has worn me out.
It is, isn't it? Horrible.
Is
Born into slavery.
votes are completely even.
Sounds
I
familiar.
don't know what to do. Both sides have really compelling arguments.
March, there is one side that is clear.
Oh, right! We haven't asked Zila. She's probably still in the Great Mine helping the miners. Come on, let's get going.
Do we even have to ask Sela? We already know the answer. What are they? You know, we don't need to ask Sela. We know. Zila, ask yourself this question. How do you feel about yourself?
Back so soon? Any news? Are you feeling alright? You look a little uneasy.
Good, we could use some comedy.
I can tell from your tone that this isn't gonna be a lighthearted chat. But I'm ready to hear it. I think I get it. At first, I thought it was just a few IPC ruffians overstepping their boundaries.
Yeah, you didn't think the future of Belobog was at stake, right?
Right. I need a little time to process this.
As it stands, the votes are even. Your opinion will make all the difference.
No pressure.
In that case, I abstain.
What?
Your vote is extremely
I
important.
thought about it. This responsibility rests on Branya's shoulders, not mine. No matter the choice she makes, she has far greater foresight than I do. She can see the bigger picture more clearly than I can. The vote is tied. If I were to give you my view, it would tip the scales and possibly impact her final choice. I'll respect whatever decision she makes, but
Dang, she really believes in
not my place
Branya.
to make it
When we
for
left
her.
this planet, they were like arguing,
Understood,
and I knew that they
Zila.
would work through stuff, but
This is a
wow.
difficult decision to make.
That's actually
and
really
everyone
crazy.
feels
Yeah,
differently
that's
about it.
crazy.
It's
I mean,
times
not in a
like these
bad
where the
way,
leader must stand up
but
and
like,
do what's
that's
needed.
someone you need in your corner.
Right.
That's truly cool.
Branya's decision. She knows what's at stake.
Right.
She won't run away from her duty.
Dang.
Trust her wholeheartedly.
So
If
cool.
she asks you, just let her know my reasoning. She'll understand.
Well, it's all in Branya's hands now. She has to make the final call. Right? I'm glad Belobog has someone like her in charge. The time has come. Let's go fill her in. I'm curious to see how she's handling those Klapoth ministers.
Man. As stressful as this is,
Let's take it in turns.
I truly
You
like
rest. I'll stand guard.
I truly like this quest, I do, but like I just don't hope, you know. It's definitely one of the cooler quests I think that they've had in the game, you know?
Whoa, the fort's packed! I've never seen this many people here before. What? Jeez, I can barely even hear myself think.
This is wild.
What are we supposed to do?
March, you're back. So, what's the verdict? What do the people think?
We talked to people in both the overworld and the underworld. The final result was a tie.
I see. I suppose everyone has their own way of seeing things. I can't say I'm surprised. What was Zila's perspective on the matter?
She's behind you, whatever you decide.
I should have known. That sounds like Zila, all right.
Did you come to a conclusion with the ministers? Oh, it's so loud I can't tell what anyone's saying.
It's pretty much the same situation here. Neither party is willing to compromise. The time has come to make a decision. This chaos cannot be allowed to continue any longer.
Enough! All of you!
I know what to do.
Wait.
Ooh!
Something to say to the Supreme Guardian.
Ooh, Himiko! I did not see that coming.
Aren't you?
Holy.
Wait, is that the real you or a hologram?
It's the real me, March.
Wow.
Miss Himiko, from the Astral Express? It's an honor. Thank you for all your help in our previous campaign. Things might have turned out differently without your support. If we had known of your arrival beforehand, the architects would have given you a proper welcome. I'm afraid the current circumstances are quite exceptional.
I understand, Miss Rania. No need to explain. Your city is facing immense difficulties. My intention is simply to ensure that you have all the relevant intel.
Man.
I hesitate to call it a solution, but I might have some information that might help. It is my hope that with this information, you will be better equipped as the Supreme Guardian to make a wise and informed decision.
Gosh, this is stressful.
Information? Please tell me what you know, Miss.
Truly telenovela level
I
stakes.
with knowledge of Topaz. What Topaz said about her home world is indeed true, which is why she believes that the IPC's takeover.
She's like, Branya, you have an evil twin. That's always the evil twin in telenovelas.
There is one thing she intentionally left out. Not all worlds that have accepted the IPC's terms have been saved.
Yep. I knew it.
You mean...
Performing ecological reconstruction on a planet carries inevitable risks.
Yep.
According to the intel provided by my friend, the success rate for the ecological reconstruction of worlds using the IPC's technology is 63%.
Only 63% of planets succeed? That's not exactly comforting.
This is the overall average across all IPC projects. The success rate of projects personally...
That friend is Asta, isn't
above
it?
80%.
Damn.
She's undoubtedly one of the most capable people in her field. I wanted to bring these numbers, these probabilities, to light. I think it's only fair that you know all the facts before making a decision. Ultimately, it's up to you, Supreme Guardian, to make the final call.
I understand. Thank you, Miss Himiko. This information is of great help. Regardless of how alluring their promises may be, this contract is nothing more than a gamble. As a leader, I cannot let the future of Belobog hinge on a roll of the dice.
Now that you've decided, I don't have to pretend to be impartial anymore. You're making the right choice, Mama.
Astral friends, I have an idea, but for it to work, I'll need everyone's cooperation. I need some time to rally all the residents in the city, and then I'll meet with Topaz again. Please locate her for me. It doesn't matter where she is or what she's doing. And if the IPC is still trying to take over Belobog's assets, I ask that you do everything in your power to stop them.
Don't worry. Leave it to us. We'll find her. It won't be easy dealing with her, but these two will help me get the job done.
Belobog's future is not for sale. And we'll never forget the friends who stood by us in our time of need. Not once, but twice. Stay safe, everyone.
I did not expect Himiko to come in clutch again for Belobog. This lady's wild, isn't she? Oh my gosh, she's definitely my favorite. Can we talk your Japard? Can you share your reports with the crew? The more details, the better. The Supreme Guardian ordered a garrison and Silver to stop the automaton's IPC infiltration. The defense went smoothly at first, but Topaz herself appeared with some special technology that allowed her to control all our automatons in an instant. Topaz is headed for a certain area in Rivet Town, and Svarog is with her. I hope not. My instincts tell me that there's something else behind this, but I don't know for sure yet. At least we know where Topaz can find Topaz.
Shepard should be waiting for us in Rivet Town, right? Here we go again. Back to our old stomping grounds for another adventure.
Dang it, Denhung, where are you? You should have come with us.
Let's take it in turns.
Bibidalune.
I'll stand guard.
The Supreme Guardian has briefed me on the situation and asked that I assist you in locating Topaz. Ready to enter Rivet Town? We'll go in together when everyone is set. Keep your guards up. We might run into IPC agents ahead.
He can stuff his meditation. We need to get this done.
Destination reached.
Wow, would you look at that? Huh. I never would have guessed it'd be here. But I don't see any mech or weapons. This place is completely surrounded by mountains. Surely they can't be.
Affirmative. The weapons are concealed within the towering rock formations.
No wonder we couldn't find the automaton factory. It was right under our noses all along. Wait a minute. You said these weapons have been hidden here from the very beginning? That means the architects of Eurillo 6 never used them in their fight against the Legion.
Correct. After the IPC departed from this world more than 700 years ago, no one has possessed the necessary knowledge for activating these weapons. The architects used the IPC blueprints to construct replica automatons. However, the overwhelming majority of the combatants, commanded by Elisa Rand, were human.
I see. The stories about this world are truly captivating.
I would like to ask you a question, Topaz.
You're awful polite for a big robot. Ask. Don't be shy.
If the IPC does not intervene, this world is doomed. Are you convinced of this conclusion?
Dang.
Yes. I've gone through countless case studies, and they all point to the
He's gonna
same
test her.
conclusion.
He's gonna test her.
Any world that comes into contact with a Stellaron.
Not true. Not true. We proved that wrong.
Things may appear to be getting better since the Astral Express lent a helping hand. But sooner or later, the underlying problems will resurface. A looming crisis can often lie hidden beneath the illusion of prosperity, unnoticed by many.
Understood.
Understood. That's it? You don't have any thoughts on the matter?
Emotional readings indicate that your response is sincere and accurate. That is all I wish to confirm regarding this matter. While my opinion on the future of this planet may differ from yours, it ultimately holds no weight. I am merely a tool, not a decision maker.
Huh. If only my colleagues had the same.
Wow, that's horrible. She's like, make sure you know your
Come on,
place.
Numby. We've got some.
That's a little tacky. Know your place, right? Wild. Wild.
Topaz disappeared after leaving Rivet Town. In her absence, her subordinates flooded in and took over.
I hope that helps demonstrate that because those people fled, they didn't contribute anything. This world did what they did on their own without the help of that technology. And so I don't think that the IPC has any right. If they didn't deploy any of those units, then what value did they add when all their people fled, right? Like, they didn't add any value. Elisa Rand and all the, people of Belobog and the overworld and the underworld sacrificed themselves for the sake of their own liberty.
The IPC soldiers are well equipped. It wouldn't be wise to fight them head on. Captain, what do you have in mind?
You're right, Miss Himiko. We'll be using the automaton stealth bomb to cover our tracks.
It's so interesting seeing Himiko finally interact with people outside of the Astral Express. I can't really fathom it. It's crazy.
I'll explain later. Let's get moving.
Man.
Look, down there! It's the IPC!
Keep noise to a minimum, everyone.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Don't
just,
want to
it's
alert
just.
the enemy to our presence. It's time to deploy the automaton stealth bomb.
For me, I just feel like it's been, you know, it's been so, I've never seen her outside of the space
Automaton
station.
Stealth bomb to wipe out the IPC threats. Remember, try to avoid being noticed. Remaining hidden will increase our chances of success.
Okay, so
Oh, wow! We wiped them all out in a single explosion! That's what you call efficiency!
It's a shame we had to resort to this method, but we had no choice.
You Silvermane guards sure are a righteous bunch.
I've seen standard issue robots like these before. It's an IPC field team leader.
Correct. The exterior is similar to the Grizzly, but its weapons and armor are more advanced. Hopefully the Automaton Stealth Bomb will still be effective. Let me know when you're ready. Are you ready? Use the... Remember, try to avoid being noticed. Remaining hidden will increase our chances of success.
Woohoo! The coast is clear!
To be honest, I didn't think it would be so powerful. Good thing everything went according to plan. This is the road that Topaz took when she left Rivet Town.
Let's find her and tell her about Bronya's decision.
This time, the gloves are off!
Azila's. I may not be able to do that, but I can try to raise my attack as high as I can for now.
Infallible. Mr. Svarog? Are you alright? I hope Topaz and her IPC henchmen didn't hurt you.
Greetings, outsiders. System functions are normal. I have had no conflict with the IPC's representatives.
I thought I might be facing off against each other for a moment.
Such a result would be highly undesirable. Topaz is ahead. She had the means to force me to comply with her orders, but chose not to. From her perspective, the only way to preserve Belobog is by incorporating it into the IPC. While I do not agree with her viewpoint, I lack the computational power to provide evidence to the contrary. While it is unlikely, I still encourage the avoidance of any potential conflicts.
Unlikely potential? Meaning there could still be conflicts.
Don't worry, March. The Express never pursues conflict as a first means. But if it comes down to it, we won't back down either. That's how it's always been.
Himiko's right. As long as we can look at ourselves in the mirror and know we did the right thing, that's all that matters.
Himiko gives you such confidence. Yeah, because that requires assumption and surmising, and you can't do that.
Why would Topaz come here?
That totally makes sense, logically.
Looking for something?
It's possible. Many mysteries lurk beneath the surface of this world.
Infallible.
Oh, hey there, slowpokes. I was starting to think you weren't gonna show up. This lady next to Miss March looks oddly familiar.
Slap her, Himiko.
Pleasure to meet you, Miss Topaz. I'm Himiko, the Astral Express's navigator.
Oh, wow. I remember now. The illustrious Miss Himiko. Some of my colleagues dream about meeting you.
Do I have any fans? Himiko, is that famous?
Of course. The Nameless have quite the reputation. You're following in the footsteps of the great Akavili, after all.
I'm pleased to see how well everyone's been getting along. Topaz, based on your greeting, I presume you have a good grasp of the current situation?
Of course! The deadline has already passed, but Branya still hasn't signed the contract. I think I can guess what's holding her back.
Please, don't misunderstand us, Miss Topaz. We have no intention of opposing the IPC or its board of directors, but we have very dear friends on Eurillo 6. Standing
Dang.
idly by and watching them sign an unfair contract goes against everything the Nameless are about.
Miss Himiko, sorry for interrupting.
It's not a
but
negotiation.
This doesn't sound like a negotiation.
March.
We needn't waste our time, March. She made her decision 10 minutes ago.
Wow.
There's no fooling the Astral Express. You're absolutely right. Differing views don't necessarily mean one person is right and the other is wrong. However, to keep things moving forward, there's usually only one solution.
Huh? What do you mean?
March, come on.
My superiors have granted me the approval I need.
Your vacation time has been approved?
I wish. So many eager faces. I won't keep you in the dark any longer.
Let's go.
Approval to launch an attack on the members of the Astral Express.
Here we go.
The best kept secret to getting something over the line? Always be ready to turn the tables. Go, Numby. Projects under my wing have no room for error.
More enemies.
Okay.
Time for a buzz.
So you are afraid of me.
A quick divination. Together as one. Specimen sighted. No matter.
I'll end your misery.
All things human creations. To travel.
of butterflies. Illusions of the past. What a headache. Converge and awaken. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
This combat this is double speed.
Don't mess with me.
Yeah, right? I failed my 50-50 and then I got, you know, Zila after I failed it, right after I failed my 50-50, so that's pretty funny. I didn't think I'd get her, but...
Together as one. Human creations. I think something bit me.
What a headache.
Can I have fun this time? I see converge and awaken.
We're still okay.
Who's next?
Here, try this. Reciprocity.
I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. I'll end your misery.
Gather as one. Human creation.
Yeesh. Yeah, I'm mono. I managed to finish my mono quantum team finally. That's what I was going for because I missed Sela on the first run, so I'm glad that I was able to pull her this following run.
Who's next?
Okay, so
Time for a buzz. A quick divination. Converge and awaken.
I'll free you from your... Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
To travel.
Don't mess with me.
I see through you. Human creations.
We're still okay.
Here, try this. Reciprocity. No matter. Can I have fun this time? Gather as one.
What a headache.
We'll go ahead and try to break them
This combat
quickly.
needs up. This is double speed.
I'm not worried.
Yin and yang. I think something bit me. More enemies. Time for a buzz.
Don't mess with who's next.
Commencing research. Deep breath. Reciprocity.
Let's do this order.
All things in this human creations.
I'll free you from... Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
No matter.
A little more. There we go.
Can I have fun this time? Ice converge and awaken. I think something bit me. A quick gather as one.
What a... I'll end your misery.
I'm gonna hold back a bit.
Here, try this. Reciprocity. Excellent.
Oh, I guess I didn't need to hold back. I thought I was gonna fight her too, but I guess not.
Incredible. No wonder the Astral Express is so highly regarded.
This lady, man.
Finished warming up? Now it's my turn.
Stop!
All of you, put down your weapons.
Branya, get in here. You came along with Zila today.
Branya!
We're using both of you.
You're here just in time. Things were about to get out of control.
Supreme Guardian. I was starting to wonder whether you'd left the Express crew to fend for themselves. That would hardly be becoming of you.
I would never do such a thing. There was an important matter that required my attention.
More important than this?
Yes, of course.
Yes. I think you'll understand the significance once you see it. In short, I need you to help us evaluate our current progress.
Help you? That's interesting. I was under the impression you'd already decided to obstruct our operations here.
I have read your letter word for word, Miss Topaz. And your childhood experiences truly touched me. Your hometown once experienced a similar catastrophe to Yarillo 6. So I can understand your perspective on the issue and the position you have taken. It's because of this empathy you have that I still hold out a glimmer of hope. Despite all that's happened, I hope we can still find common ground through peaceful means.
I have to admit, talking to you is always such a pleasure. I apologize for my behavior just now. It was, inappropriate. I admire your determination, seeing as we've come, this far. I've changed my mind. I'll hold off a little longer and see what you have to show me. But remember, winning over the higher-ups won't be easy.
I understand. That's why I've been taking things one step at a time. The first step was changing your mind. Members of the Express, we'll need your help too.
What a dismal sight. This district. Have you been here before?
Yes. This is where we put an end to it all.
And then began again.
That's right.
Gosh, this is such a hype
Sorry
quest.
for the delay. Are we clear to
Oh,
proceed?
yeah, Kyle. I remember Kyle.
The path ahead is clear, Madam Guardian. You and your companions can proceed north without hindrance.
Excellent. The mountain road ahead is a little treacherous. Watch your step. Let's go.
What is this place? We've never been here before, right?
We've only recently discovered this domain. Let's keep moving forward. What I want to show you is just ahead. Look. The people of Belobog have not given up. I just want to give them a chance. Do you two recognize that broken down machine over there?
Yep. It's Cocolia's.
Hey, shh, that's a secret.
It's called the Engine of Creation. Do you remember it? Miss Topaz, I know you've done a lot of research into Belobog. I was wondering if there was any information on the Engine of Creation in your records?
Not at all. Which is why I find it so incredible. Such a massive feat of engineering, yet there's not a single
Because
mention
it
of
was made by their
in the Strategic
people.
Investment Department's reports.
It wasn't even made by them.
I may know the reason why. The
Yep.
engine of creation was constructed solely by the people of Belobog, without any external assistance. The project was led by the first Supreme Guardian, Alyssa Rand. While warriors fought on the front lines, the engineers worked tirelessly behind the scenes, designing and constructing it.
So what you're saying is the engine of creation was a weapon constructed by the Belabogians themselves?
Yep.
Yes, but not entirely. The engine of creation was commissioned for combat shortly after its completion, and played a significant role in the battles against the Legion. But Alyssa Rand had a long-term vision, one that nobody anticipated. For a long time, this feat
Wow.
of engineering was codenamed the Geological Reconstruction Unit. It was actually given a much grander purpose: to help the Belabogians rebuild their homeland and restore their world to its former glory, after driving away all those
I remember. That's so crazy.
Remarkable. A vision that would transcend both time and generations of Belabogians. Madame Rand was truly an inspiring leader. Not to take away from the Supreme Guardian in front of me. She's quite the inspiring leader as well.
Thank you. But I didn't really do anything. All I did was bring the people of Belobog together and make them aware that our hard-earned freedom was under immense threat once again. If we want to preserve this freedom, we must act and show those who doubt us that we, Belobog, have the will and the ability to control our own destiny. The outcome of our mobilization speaks for itself. The children of Belobog have made their decision. They have chosen to preserve this homeland with their own two hands.
I remember.
I must say, I didn't anticipate this at all.
Trotter's like, gotta trot. Trotter gotta trot. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Convince the bosses.
I'll fight for this opportunity for you, Branya. I shouldn't have conflated your own circumstances with my childhood. That was a serious lapse of judgment on my part. My world never had a resolute leader, so people gave up on the idea of saving themselves long ago. But your civilization has persisted through the snow and storms for 700 years. A truly admirable feat.
Then, are you willing to retract your previous decision? As for the debt, we'll find a way to gradually repay it. But it'll take some time.
Unfortunately, the acquisition of Eurylo 6 is a strategic decision that's been approved by the IPC's top brass. Even if I wanted to overturn it, convincing them would be extremely difficult. Unless...
Oh boy. I guess you gotta step up.
Miss Topaz. Myself and all of the nameless aboard the Astral Express are willing to vouch for this world.
Fantastic. That might just work. As for the, reports and potential accountability... I'll handle it.
I expected more violence, everybody. I expected to have to whip Topaz into shape. This is crazy.
I was worried things were gonna get ugly.
Yeah, right?
A peaceful solution is always the best solution. Speaking of solutions, are they repairing that giant robot? The one we fought against? I remember you took control of it and helped us defeat Kakolia.
I wonder if we'll have time to celebrate the Soul Warm Festival.
Right, I totally forgotten. That's the whole reason we came here in the first place. Well, looks like everyone in the city's helping with construction. Doubt there'll be much time for celebrating. Still, look on the bright side. We got to meet a top IPC executive. The trip wasn't a complete waste, right?
Bills. Where is Himiko?
You know? I'd heard you and March speak highly of the Supreme Guardian before, but seeing her methods firsthand left me in awe. We should also be glad that Ms. Topaz is the one in charge of the Eurilo 6 project. If it were someone else from the Strategic Investment Department, things might have gotten complicated.
You mean Topaz didn't make things complicated enough?
Tells me you really don't understand the Strategic Investment Department. Let's talk about this later, when you're back on the Express. You and Marge must be tired after such an incredible journey. It's time you got some well-deserved rest.
I mean, I haven't had a ton of IPC encounters, you know? Yeah, lick the pole. Oh, is this where Sampo kiosk was? Costco kiosk was, right? No, that was in the other place. That was probably in Rivet Town. It all looks the same to me.
Miss Topaz, you mentioned accountability.
Don't worry, it's nothing I can't handle. There are more important things than titles and ranks. Finding the best solution is what matters most. If that's what they want to do, then so be it. I've long passed the stage of working just for money.
Thank you so much for all you've done. I never thought we'd drag the Express into a crisis again. Much less one that might cause a rift between you and the IPC.
Rift? I wouldn't go that far. Also, it's me who's mostly to blame. I didn't keep my subordinates in check.
17 rounds of interviews?
17? Oh! I think I might know who you're talking about.
That's funny.
You could say he's, special case.
Special
For
case.
most people, the interview process is much shorter.
Wow.
Glad we're able to discuss some lighter topics. Well, you all need some rest after everything you've been through. I've arranged rooms for you all at the Goethe Hotel. Miss Topaz, if you need somewhere comfortable to stay.
I appreciate the offer, but I need to head back and deliver my reports. It's been great getting to know you both. I hope we can work together again in the future. Only next time under better circumstances.
Why don't you head over to the Goethe Hotel and relax for a bit? Miss Topaz and I still have a few matters to discuss. I'm sorry you didn't get to experience the festival atmosphere this time around. I promise, I'll make it up to you all next time.
I love the music in this area. Oh my gosh, I love the music so much in that area.
Get some rest while you can, and gather your strength.
I've been wondering, how did you figure out what was happening here on Belobog, Himeko?
Well, you know, keeping an eye on the crew is just another part of a navigator's job.
Dang. Right? That's why she drinks all that coffee, so she can stay awake all the time and check things out. She's like, I got y'all, I'm awake.
March was looking forward to the Soulworm Festival for ages. Looks like she's missed her chance this time. I never thought this trip would be so... tiring. Time for bed.
In light of the events that have transpired, we will be taking the following disciplinary measures against you. Your rank will be demoted from P45 to P44 with corresponding adjustment to your basic salary. All bonuses for the current cycle will be revoked, including stock options and performance bonuses. You will need to submit an additional report regarding this incident to Diamond. If you have any objections to this penalty, you may also file an appeal in writing.
I have no objections.
Understood. Is there anything else anyone would like to add? If there are no further remarks, this meeting is concluded.
You only got demoted one rank? Whew, you dodged a bullet there. Pretty big project to mess up on. Someone must be looking out for you. Oh, they've already left the call. Ugh, this voice changer is driving me crazy.
Let me turn it off.
Aventurine, why are you still on the line?
Hey, what's with the hostility? It's not like I'm your boss. Oh wait, I guess I am now. My apologies, I'm still getting used to my new place in the hierarchy.
Can I help you? If you've got something to say it already.
Oh, nothing important. Just checking in on you. I told you Eurylo 6 would be a high-risk, low-reward case. Why do you even bother? In our line of work, having a kind heart can be more of a liability than an asset. If you're not careful, you'll end up leading yourself down a dead-end road.
Wow.
Anything else? If not, I'm hanging up.
Wait, hold on a minute. Don't hang up, I get it. You're not in the mood for this conversation right now. Okay. How about this? Something that might interest you. While you were enjoying your playtime on Eurylo 6, Diamond was busy taking care of the head honcho of the Building Material Logistics Department. That's why he didn't attend today's meeting.
A Terravan?
That's right. The renowned Terravan. One of the 7 board members. He's throwing his support behind us instead of the Marketing Development Department for once. Oswaldo won't be laughing anymore. Diamond's been a great help to both of us. Your antics on such a crucial day can't exactly have painted the Strategic Investment Department in a good light, you know? Since you get the point, let's get down to business. I'm currently at Pierpoint. There's a major deal that could affect the whole department. I just so happen to need a reliable project manager for the job. What do you say, old friend?
Huh. And what prompted the mighty Aventurine to start collaborating with others?
Penacony. What else?
What?
Wow.
That's right. Now that's the kind of reaction I was hoping for.
Fantastic. Here we go against the IPC.
Diamond picked you for this project? I was expecting someone like Opal or Obsidian to handle it. At least someone higher than rank P46.
Honestly, who knows? The family has some pretty questionable characters. If you ask me, doing business with them is a lost cause.
Here we go.
But as we both know, the IPC does more than just business deals. Guess it's my time to shine. So, how about it? This is a rare opportunity. Consider it. You never know, you might even be able to make up for your blunder on Eurillo 6.
I'll get back to you later.
Yep.
Seems like it's just one wild ride after another.
Well, I guess we're not getting rid of Topaz for a while.
I hope I made the right decision this time.
Or Topaz is gonna defect from the company and join our side since he's a playable character. It exists! It's alive!
The snow is mesmerizing.